Welcome back, everyone. I'm so glad you're here today because we're diving into an important topic: how to focus solely on your growth in 2025 using Stoic philosophy. Now, we all know that the world is changing rapidly. Every day we're surrounded by distractions, and sometimes it feels like it's harder than ever to keep our eyes on what truly matters: our personal growth. As we move into 2025, the digital world continues to grow. Our attention spans are shrinking, and life's challenges seem to keep piling on. But it's precisely because of this that focusing on our growth is more important than ever. It's not about keeping up with the pace of the world or trying to meet other people's expectations. It's about controlling what we can, improving ourselves, and becoming the best version of who we are. This is where Stoic philosophy comes in. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has stood the test of time, teaches us how to navigate life's ups and downs with wisdom and resilience. The Stoics knew that the key to personal growth lies in focusing on the things we can control and letting go of everything else. In a world full of distractions and external pressures, this philosophy can help us remain grounded and focused on what truly matters: our growth. So in this video, we'll be exploring 10 Stoic principles that can help you focus solely on your personal growth in 2025. These principles will guide you through life's challenges and teach you how to turn every situation into an opportunity to grow. Whether you're looking to improve your mindset, build resilience, or simply live a more fulfilling life, Stoicism has a powerful lesson for you. Let's get started and learn how to embrace these Stoic principles to make 2025 a year of meaningful personal growth. In 2025, it's becoming increasingly difficult to avoid distractions. We're constantly surrounded by technology, social media, and the pressure to keep up with the world around us. The digital age has given us access to endless information, but it has also made it harder to stay focused on what truly matters: our personal growth. We're pulled in many directions, whether it's work, social obligations, or the endless scroll on our phones. With all of this, it's easy to forget that personal growth isn't something that just happens by chance. It requires intentional focus and effort. The challenges of modern life are real. We live in a fast-paced world where everything seems to be moving at a speed that we can't always control. The temptation to chase the next big thing, to jump from one trend to another, is ever present. But here's the thing: focusing on your growth is the antidote to all of this chaos. Instead of reacting to the world around you, you can choose to be proactive about your own development. Focusing on growth means being intentional about where you put your time, energy, and attention. It means acknowledging that while we can't control everything that happens in life, we do have the power to control how we respond. And that response is what shapes our growth. In the face of distractions and external pressures, choosing to focus on what truly matters, like developing your skills, improving your mindset, and building your resilience, will set you apart in 2025. Stoic philosophy teaches us that while the world may throw challenges our way, we have control over how we approach those challenges. By focusing solely on your growth, you stop letting the noise of the world dictate your path. Instead, you take charge of your journey, channeling your energy into the areas that will truly help you evolve into a better version of yourself. So, as we head into 2025, remember that personal growth is a choice. It's about making a commitment to yourself, to focus on what you can control, and to let go of the things that are outside your influence. By doing so, you'll be able to navigate the distractions of modern life and stay focused on what's truly important. Stoicism is a philosophy that has stood the test of time because it offers practical wisdom for living a meaningful life. It's not just about abstract ideas. It's about actionable principles that can help us grow and navigate life's challenges. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and to accept what we cannot. It's about building resilience, cultivating virtue, and ultimately living a life of purpose. In Stoic philosophy, there are several key principles that guide us toward personal growth. These principles are meant to help us respond to life's difficulties with wisdom and equanimity. They're not just ideals to ponder, they're actionable lessons to live by. And these principles are especially valuable in 2025, when distractions and challenges seem more present than ever. By adopting Stoic teachings, we can maintain our focus on what truly matters, our growth. One of the most important aspects of Stoicism is understanding that we have the power to shape our thoughts and responses. The world around us may be unpredictable, but we can choose how we engage with it. This is where the 10 Stoic principles come in. These principles help us stay grounded, focused, and resilient as we move forward on our journey of personal growth. As we dive into each of these principles, you'll see how they can directly impact your growth in 2025. They'll teach you how to build a mindset that allows you to navigate challenges with grace and purpose. And by practicing these principles daily, you'll develop the strength to focus solely on your own development, without being swayed by the external noise of the world. One of the most powerful lessons Stoicism teaches us is the importance of focusing on what we can control. In life, there are always external factors, other people's actions, events, circumstances that are beyond our influence. The Stoics understood this and made it a core part of their philosophy. They emphasized that the key to peace and growth is realizing that we can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it. This principle is incredibly relevant when it comes to personal growth. It's so easy to get caught up in trying to manage things that are outside of our control, like other people's opinions, societal expectations, or even unforeseen events. But by investing our energy into things we can control, like our mindset, our actions, and our responses, we empower ourselves to focus on growth and make progress. For example, imagine a situation where something unexpected happens. Maybe you lose a job or face criticism. Your initial reaction might be frustration, stress, or even self-doubt. But the Stoic approach teaches us to pause and reflect. What can I control in this situation? The answer might be how you react to the news, the way you approach your next steps, or your effort to learn from the experience. By shifting your focus back to your own actions and mindset, you take away the power from external circumstances and regain control over your growth. This isn't about ignoring the challenges or pretending they don't exist. It's about understanding that while you can't control what happens to you, you can always control how you respond. And when you start focusing on your own responses, your growth accelerates. You develop a sense of inner peace because you're not constantly fighting against the things you can't change. Instead, you're channeling your energy into what's within your power to influence. So, as we move through 2025, remember this: stop trying to control the uncontrollable. Let go of the need to manipulate situations or people and focus on the one thing you truly can control: your actions, your thoughts, and your mindset. By doing this, you'll create a space for growth to happen naturally. You'll be able to make better decisions, face adversity with resilience, and ultimately stay focused on your personal development. One of the most powerful principles in Stoic philosophy is the idea of embracing discomfort and adversity. In a world where we're often encouraged to avoid discomfort at all costs, Stoicism offers a radically different perspective. Instead of seeing discomfort or challenges as things to be avoided, the Stoics teach us to view them as opportunities for growth and development. When you embrace discomfort, you stop running from the things that challenge you. You begin to see them as stepping stones rather than obstacles. Adversity, whether it's a difficult project at work, a personal setback, or even physical discomfort, is an inevitable part of life. But instead of resisting it or wishing it away, Stoicism encourages us to lean into it and use it to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. For example, let's say you're faced with a challenging situation. Maybe you're working toward a goal, and it feels like everything is going wrong. Instead of getting frustrated or giving up, take a moment to reflect. What can I learn from this? How can I grow through this adversity? This shift in mindset is incredibly powerful because it transforms the challenge from something negative into a learning experience. It becomes an opportunity to develop the resilience and perseverance that are key to your growth. The Stoics didn't just talk about embracing discomfort, they practiced it. They would intentionally expose themselves to challenging situations to build mental toughness. They would practice enduring hardships, whether it was going without certain comforts or voluntarily facing difficult situations. By doing this, they developed a mindset that saw challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to grow stronger. You can apply this principle in many areas of your life. If you're working on a fitness goal, for example, you might push yourself past your comfort zone in your workouts. If you're learning a new skill, you might tackle the hardest part first, knowing that overcoming it will make you better in the long run. Embracing discomfort is a way of training yourself to stay focused and committed, even when things get tough. In 2025, when things feel overwhelming or when you encounter setbacks, try to remember this Stoic principle. Instead of avoiding discomfort, lean into it. Accept that challenges are part of the journey and use them to your advantage. When you do, you'll not only grow stronger, but also become more capable of handling whatever comes your way. Another essential Stoic principle that will help you stay focused on your growth in 2025 is the practice of mindfulness and presence. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in what's happening next, constantly worrying about the future or replaying the past. But Stoicism teaches us the power of being present in the moment and how this can significantly enhance our growth. Being mindful means being fully engaged in whatever you are doing right now, whether it's working, exercising, or even having a conversation. The Stoics believed that the present moment is all we truly have. The future is uncertain, and the past is beyond our control. Yet, so many of us spend our time either worrying about what might happen or regretting what has already passed. This is a major obstacle to growth because when you're not fully present, you're not able to fully invest in the moment and extract the lessons it offers. Practicing mindfulness doesn't require you to do anything complicated. It's simply about paying attention to your thoughts and actions. When you're working on something, focus completely on that task without distractions. When you're talking to someone, listen to them with your full attention instead of thinking about what you'll say next or being distracted by your phone. When you do this, you begin to notice things you might have missed before. You become more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and actions, and you're able to respond to situations with clarity and intention. Stoicism encourages us to develop the ability to be present, regardless of what's going on around us. In fact, The Stoics believed that mastering presence allows you to maintain your calm and focus, even in chaotic situations. When you face difficulties, instead of being overwhelmed by them, you can respond thoughtfully, grounded in the present moment, instead of reacting impulsively. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily life can help you stay on track with your growth. For instance, instead of worrying about the outcomes of your actions, focus on doing the best you can in each moment. Whether it's tackling a project, learning a new skill, or simply spending time with loved ones, being present allows you to experience these moments more fully and grow from them. So, as we move into 2025, try practicing mindfulness in everything you do. Slow down, pay attention, and embrace the present moment. When you do this, you'll find that you are not only more productive and focused, but that you are also cultivating a deeper understanding of yourself and your growth process. By being fully present, you align yourself with your true purpose and move forward on your journey with more intention and clarity. One of the most powerful tools for personal growth that Stoicism offers is the practice of self-reflection. The Stoics understood that growth doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's a continual process of learning from our actions, thoughts, and experiences. Self-reflection allows us to take a step back and honestly assess where we are, how we're feeling, and how we're responding to the challenges we face. It's a way of gaining insight into ourselves so that we can make intentional adjustments and keep moving forward on our journey of growth. In practice, self-reflection involves regularly taking time to pause and evaluate your day, your behavior, and your mindset. A common method that many Stoics used was journaling. By writing down their thoughts and experiences, they were able to reflect on their actions and the lessons they could learn from them. This simple act of putting your thoughts onto paper creates a space for introspection and clarity. It helps you pinpoint areas where you may need to grow or change, and it allows you to celebrate the progress you've made. You can apply self-reflection in many ways. After a challenging day, take a few minutes to reflect on what happened. Ask yourself questions like, how did I react to difficult situations? Was I true to my values? What did I learn from the day? And how can I improve tomorrow? By asking yourself these questions, you gain valuable insights into your own behavior and can adjust your approach to similar situations in the future. Self-reflection doesn't have to be long or complicated. It's about creating a habit of checking in with yourself. Another great way to practice self-reflection is through meditation. Taking time to sit quietly and focus on your thoughts allows you to observe your mind without judgment. This practice can help you gain a deeper understanding of your emotions, triggers, and thought patterns. It can help you recognize when you're allowing external circumstances to control you, or when you're letting distractions pull you away from your goals. Meditation allows you to center yourself, clear away the mental clutter, and focus on what really matters, your growth. As you reflect, be kind and patient with yourself. Growth isn't about being perfect or always getting it right. It's about being aware, learning from your mistakes, and striving to be better each day. Self-reflection helps you develop this awareness and strengthens your ability to respond with wisdom and self-control, rather than reacting impulsively or letting your emotions take over. In 2025, make self-reflection a regular practice. Whether you do it through journaling, meditation, or simply taking a few moments to think about your day, this practice will deepen your understanding of yourself and accelerate your growth. The more you reflect, the more you'll understand your strengths and areas for improvement, and you'll be better equipped to navigate life with clarity, purpose, and a mindset focused on growth. One of the most powerful concepts in Stoic philosophy is the idea of detaching from external validation. In a world where social media and societal expectations often define our worth, Stoicism teaches us to find validation within ourselves rather than relying on the approval of others. This principle is crucial for personal growth because when we seek validation externally, we give up our power and become dependent on factors that are outside of our control. The Stoics believe that true peace and growth come from focusing on what is within your control, your own actions, your own character, and your own values, rather than constantly seeking approval or affirmation from others. This doesn't mean we should ignore others' feedback or be indifferent to how we impact the world. It means that we should not base our self-worth on others' opinions. When we seek validation from others, we are often left feeling uncertain or insecure because external validation is fleeting and unreliable. It depends on how others perceive us, which is outside of our influence. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to turn inward and focus on our own virtues and actions. Ask yourself, am I acting in accordance with my values? Am I growing and striving to become a better person each day? The Stoics believed that if you can answer yes to these questions, you've already won. Your worth doesn't come from external applause or recognition. It comes from the internal satisfaction of knowing you are living with integrity and purpose. Detaching from external validation also means releasing the pressure to compare yourself to others. In a society that constantly shows us what success looks like, whether through social media, advertising, or even peer expectations, it can be easy to fall into the trap of comparing your progress to someone else's. But comparison is a roadblock to growth. Everyone is on their own journey, and your path is uniquely yours. Stoicism teaches us that it's not about where others are. It's about where you are in relation to your own potential. A practical way to detach from external validation is to practice daily self-reflection, as we discussed earlier. When you reflect on your actions and ask yourself if you're living in alignment with your values, you'll find that you don't need external approval to feel good about yourself. You'll know that you are making progress, even if no one else notices. Another way is to become aware of the triggers that lead you to seek validation. Is it a social media post? A comment from someone you respect? By noticing these triggers, you can begin to consciously detach from the need for external approval and redirect your energy toward your own growth. In 2025, focusing on your own journey without getting caught up in the need for external validation will free you to grow in ways that are authentic and sustainable. When you stop measuring your worth based on how others see you, you free yourself to pursue your true potential without fear of judgment or comparison. By focusing on living in accordance with your values, you'll find that your growth becomes its own reward. In the pursuit of personal growth, one of the most essential Stoic principles to adopt is the idea of practicing gratitude. In a world where we're often focused on what we lack or what we want to achieve next, it's easy to overlook the present moment and all the things we already have. But Stoicism teaches us that gratitude is a powerful tool for building resilience, cultivating a positive mindset, and staying focused on what truly matters. Gratitude is about appreciating the things you have right now, rather than constantly striving for more. The Stoics believed that recognizing and being thankful for what we have, whether it's our health, our relationships, or simply the ability to think and reason, grounds us in the present and helps us shift our focus away from what's missing or what's out of our control. When we take a moment to reflect on what we have, we begin to see how much we've already accomplished and how much we can be grateful for. no matter how small. In practical terms, gratitude can be practiced in a few different ways. One way is to keep a gratitude journal. At the end of each day, take a few moments to write down the things you're thankful for. These can be big things, like a promotion at work, or smaller moments, like a kind conversation with a friend, or simply having a peaceful moment to yourself. By actively noting the things you're grateful for, you shift your attention away from what you don't have and start to recognize the abundance already present in your life. Another way to practice gratitude is through reflection. Take time each day, even just a few minutes, to reflect on the positive aspects of your life. Think about the people who support you, the opportunities you've had, or the simple comforts that make life easier. When you do this, you realize that even on difficult days, there is always something to be thankful for. Stoicism teaches us to appreciate the present moment and find value in what we already have, rather than constantly reaching for what's next. Practicing gratitude also helps us build resilience in the face of challenges. Instead, by accepting the impermanence of life and focusing on what we can do in the present, we find a sense of peace and clarity that allows us to grow with intention. In 2025, as you focus on your personal growth, let the understanding of impermanence be a guide. Use it to remind yourself that everything, both good and bad, is temporary. This allows you to embrace the present, make the most of each opportunity, and focus on your growth without being weighed down by the past or overly concerned with future outcomes. When you learn to accept life's constant change, you'll be able to navigate challenges with greater ease, appreciate the present moment more fully, and continue to grow into the best version of yourself. When things don't go as planned, or when we encounter setbacks, it's easy to fall into a mindset of frustration or despair. But by remembering the things we're grateful for, we can shift our perspective. We begin to realize that setbacks are temporary, and that the things we have, the relationships, skills, and inner strength we've built, are more important than any external obstacle. Gratitude reminds us that no matter what challenges we face, we have the resources within us to move forward. In 2025, as you focus on your personal growth, try making gratitude a regular part of your daily routine. The more you practice it, the more you'll begin to notice the positive aspects of your life. It will help you stay grounded, focused, and optimistic, no matter what comes your way. By shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have, you'll unlock a deeper sense of contentment and fulfillment, which will fuel your growth even further. A crucial aspect of Stoic philosophy is the understanding that everything in life is temporary and constantly changing. The Stoics believed in accepting the impermanence of life, and this acceptance is key to focusing on your growth in 2025. Life is filled with ups and downs, and many of the things we chase after, whether it's success, wealth, or even relationships, are fleeting. By embracing the fact that nothing lasts forever, we can learn to detach from these external outcomes and shift our attention to what truly matters, our own growth and inner peace. One of the core lessons from Stoicism is the practice of recognizing the transitory nature of everything around us. This includes our challenges, successes, and the things we often strive for. When we get caught up in the pursuit of external goals, we can lose sight of the fact that those things are temporary. The money you make, the recognition you receive, and even the struggles you face, they are all passing moments in the broader span of life. By accepting this, you free yourself from the attachment to outcomes and instead focus on what you can control: your actions, your values, and your personal growth. When you fully internalize the concept of impermanence, you begin to live with a sense of urgency and purpose, not in a way that causes anxiety or pressure, but in a way that encourages you to focus on what truly matters in the present moment. You realize that the time you have is precious, and that every day offers an opportunity for growth. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment to take action, you begin to make the most of every opportunity to improve yourself, knowing that life's fleeting nature means there's no better time than now to act. This awareness of impermanence also teaches you to let go of past mistakes and disappointments. We all make mistakes, and sometimes we get stuck in regret, wishing things had turned out differently. But Stoicism reminds us that the past is beyond our control, and that holding on to regrets only hinders our growth. When you embrace the transient nature of life, you accept that each moment is a new opportunity. The mistakes you made yesterday are gone, and today is a chance to start fresh. Similarly, Stoicism encourages us to not be overly attached to the future. It's natural to plan and set goals, but when we fixate too much on future outcomes, we lose sight of the present. The Stoics taught that focusing too much on the future can lead to anxiety and stress.